Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It's Tinfoil Hat Tuesday, and it's time for a little lesson. Actually, it's Wednesday, but Tinfoil Hat Tuesday sounds better. Anyhow, haven't covered this for a while. Tinfoil hat, stereotype for people who talk about conspiracy. In the language of gematria, tinfoil hat sums to 51 and 57 using the reduction methods. And I want you to see how that compares with the word conspiracy, which is also 51 and 57. Think about Area 51. This term coined shortly after the moon landing and the many conspiracy theories that derive from that. Notice the word moon, 57, 51. Coming back to conspiracy for a moment, the other number I want you to see is 123. Yesterday, school shooting at Marshall in Kentucky. And, the shooting came on January 23rd, 1/23. It was a Tuesday. It was Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. And notice Marshall has the gematria 51 as well. Shooting on January 23rd. The media today put out this story. Marshall County High students recently were trained to respond to active shooter. And they emphasize that phrase, active shooter, which has gematria of 61. Now, before this story came out on my blog, I showed how the number 61 was connecting both the Texas high school shooting and the Kentucky high school shooting, which came in back-to-back days. First, Texas, that was Monday, January 22nd. January 22nd, 2018 was a date with numerology of 61. 1 plus 22 plus 20 plus 18. 61. This shooting happened in Ellis County, having gematria of 61. Then the next day, 2 killed in Kentucky school shooting and the second shooting in 2 days. And all media emphasized this happened in Western Kentucky. And notice, Western Kentucky, 61, also 191, just like active shooter, 61, 191. And what are the odds? They had just practiced for this. So today they also put out the name of the shooter in Western Kentucky. And people are saying this shooter, whose name is Gabe Parker, see a lot of Parkers in these interesting shootings in the media, If you have your tinfoil hat on tight enough, you pick up on these things. But anyhow, here's old Gabe Parker, and a lot of people are saying it's so interesting how this Gabe Parker looks just like the character Jimmy Edwards from the TV show One Tree Hill, who was a school shooter, This is the shooter from yesterday. This is Jimmy Edwards' fictional TV show school shooter. This name Gabe Parker. You notice how the name Gabe equals 93 and the name Parker? They're both 93. Gabe and Parker. This is the shooter at the school that had just recently prepared for the active shooter. There's a word out there. It's called propaganda. Gematria of 93. Also the 51, like conspiracy. And, conspiracy theorist, these conspiracy theorists out to disprove the propaganda, that term also has 93 in it. Last year, Geico put out the commercial making fun of conspiracy theorists and their tinfoil hats in their mother's basements. And the phrase from that commercial was, lively little locksmith. Lively little locksmith. They keep saying it over and over. Notice the 93. Also the 123, like conspiracy, which we covered in the beginning. Making fun of conspiracy theorists. In that commercial, they're listening to recordings in reverse. Notice 51, 57, conspiracy, 93, conspiracy theorist. If you think all this stuff's coincidental, you got to go out and get one of these. But also, about that name Parker. Parker. Gematria of 33, like false flag. Remember this Parker from history? Sandy Hook, Robbie Parker. How about this Parker right here? Allison Parker. Remember this story? That's how I got my first YouTube channel deleted. I wasn't wearing my tinfoil hats. Next thing you know, YouTube took me down. Allison Parker. You know? Had to make a backup channel. I couldn't post on my main channel for 3 months for covering the Allison Parker, Roanoke, Virginia shooting. They give us this nice clear image of the shooter being arrested supposedly at the school yesterday. You know, pictures like that I haven't seen since the early 90s. Wouldn't be surprised at all if that's when this drill was conducted and then just reported as mainstream news yesterday. You know, Sandy Hook, a school that had been closed from 2008, somehow had a shooting at it in 2012. How does it happen? You know? Also, as I've documented in my book, which is best read with the tinfoil hat on, talk about how over all the years, these school shootings, they like to report 15-year-olds. They love to do it. 15, 15, 15. Yesterday's shooter, a 15-year-old. The 2 dead, 15. It's because when you write out 15, it sums to 38, like death, like murder, like killing. Again and again. They also like to use 16 sometimes, which is how old they said the Texas shooter was. 16 has the gematria of 33, also 93. False flag has that gematria of 33. 48 as well, like propaganda. You know? The first shooting of these 2 shootings back to back, 2 shootings, 2 days, 2 dead, it happened at Italy High School on the 22nd. You see this? January 22nd, 2-2, 2-2. 2 killed the next day. 2 shootings, 2 days, 2 killed. You know. It's a lot of 2s, isn't it? Here's what it made me think of. A little bit more conspiracy stuff. 22 in numerology is the master builder number. Master builder has gematria of 147. So does conspiracy. So does Freemason. So does police. Consider the second shooting came on January 23rd. 1, 2, 3, conspiracy, 123. As we often point out, these shootings are synced with the governors. We've picked on the Texas governor enough. I call him Mr. 223. So many false flags in Texas have been synced with the governor. This one probably was as well. I didn't even look. But instead I took the time to look at the Kentucky governor, because we never looked at him before. He happens to be the 62nd governor of Kentucky. This shooting in Kentucky happened on a date with 62 numerology. From the day he took office, which was December 8th, 2016, to the day of this shooting was 777 days. 777. Order out of chaos has gematria of 777. Order out of chaos also has gematria of 222. 2 shootings, 2 days, 2 states, 2 dead. You know? So anyway. For my closing thoughts, obviously this is all just a big coincidence, and clearly I'm insane, you know. Here I am wearing a tinfoil hat saying letters or numbers, uploading these horrible videos to YouTube, clearly bullying, you know. I'm the bully. I'm insane. This is all a coincidence. and I'm just wasting your time. You know? Those are my closing thoughts. Everything's just a coincidence. Letters and numbers could never be coded together. Gabe Parker equals 84. Gabe Parker shoots up Marshall, 84. Propaganda for the United States of America, 84. It's all masonry, 84. It's the Jesuits too, 84. You know, it's fake news, 84. It's Edgar Madison Welch. Do you know this name? Look up this name. This is exactly how it's spelled, with the double D. And look it up next to this. You know? Edgar Madison Welch, Pizzagate, fake news. You'll see. Just another coincidence for the tinfoil hat type. If it's in the media, it's obviously real. And anyone who would question the media is obviously a Looney Tune conspiracy theorist living in his mother's basement.